What's up, everybody? This is Justin from the Call Center Chronicles bringing you another episode. Today's episode is basically going to be about people calling asking where their deposit is. Before we get started, I just want to let you know, please like, share, and subscribe. I currently have, I believe, 11 subscribers. I'm trying to make, going to set low goals. Let's see if we can try to get to 20 subscribers by the end of the week before the next video. Alright, without further ado, these people who like to call in asking where their deposit is. And a lot of times, people who work in just ATM fraud or prepaid cards or whatever it may be. In my case, with the bank I work with, Bank A, we handle certain types of accounts. And it doesn't matter because I've had it in both. And my favorite one was when I was doing with ATM cards. Someone would ask me, why haven't I got my deposit? Is your deposit from your employer, sir? And they'd be like, yeah. Where's my money? Why don't you go... My response is, why don't you go ask your employer? Because we don't know. We only service your account. I mean, we're not responsible for making the deposit onto your account from your employer. Same thing if you're receiving unemployment benefits, disability benefits. We don't know. The bank does not know that. I mean, people always call in for this, and I want to give a special shout out to one of my friends who provided me this for this episode to talk about the deposits. And you know, it always happens. I mean, it can happen to me at least once a day or once every few days, where I always get someone so mad asking where their deposit is, why they haven't received their money in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We don't know. Why on this God's green earth would we even know? All we do is service your account, regardless if you're receiving a paycheck from your employer, unemployment benefits, disability benefits, benefits from a lawsuit, doesn't matter. We only service the account. We have no control of what gets deposited onto the account. We don't control that. We have no ability to control that. But yet everyone who does not have the common sense that God gave a flea, they don't understand. And I'll sit there talking in a circle over and over and over, or I have to send them to a supervisor just so they can get the same information a second time, a third time, a fourth time. If I recall correctly, I think I even had one get sent to my manager because they wanted to know where their deposit was. Well, here's a fancy idea. Why don't you call your employer? Why don't you call the beneficiary that provides you your funds? That's a smart idea right there. Oh, but wait, we're dealing with rocket science people. So they can't do that because that's the mathematical formula that has not been discovered yet. I mean, seriously, what the hell, man? It's crazy. I mean, it's not that hard to pick up your phone and be like, yeah, hey, boss, why haven't I gotten paid yet? Or, hey, yeah, I'm receiving unemployment benefits. What happened? Well, you might have been fired. You probably didn't file for your claims benefits for that week, or you're already done with it. I mean, any number of things. I mean, seriously, we can't help you with that. I cannot sit there next to you, grab your phone, dial your employer, dial your beneficiary, or dial the attorney's office where they're handling your claims for whatever you're getting. Your paycheck from your employer, your unemployment benefits, your disability benefits, your lawsuit benefits, whatever it is. We have no control over that. You contact the people responsible for that. But we work in a call center, so it's never that simple. So, as we all know, it's our fault that we haven't released your deposit. So, it's our fault, and we all know this, it's our fault that we didn't call and recertify you for your benefits. It's our fault that you didn't go to work for 4 weeks and not get a paycheck. I mean, seriously, what the hell, man? I don't understand why people like to insist on blaming the bank for everything. Or, yeah, basically the bank for everything. I mean, I'll sit there and be like, thank you for calling Bank A. How can I help you today? Yeah, I didn't get my deposit. Okay. Well, do you know if you received one? Well, I always get one every day on this day. Well, that's subject to change by the person who sends it. I mean, I literally tell them that may not always be the case. You're going to have to check with the person that provides them. Maybe they were delayed. Maybe since there was a holiday the other day, maybe they didn't work. I mean, it may not have been a major holiday, but maybe they decided we're going to close early and maybe they didn't do it. I mean, come on. Seriously. I mean, some places may literally only process a lot of work Monday through Thursday. Anything that comes in on Friday, if you say you did on a Friday, they're probably not going to do it until Monday. Same thing if you send it in over the weekend. I mean, really. You expect something to be done within 5 minutes of you submitting it. I even had one person call me and been like, yeah, I just refiled for my claims benefits. How long ago did you do that? About 30 minutes ago. You refiled for your claim benefits about 30 minutes ago and you're wondering where your deposit is. This was a Saturday night. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a true genius that needs to be helping Elon Musk get us to Mars. Now, in what world do unemployment specialists, people who work in an unemployment office, work at 11 something at night on a Saturday? I don't even think New York does that, and that's the city that never sleeps. But I mean, come on. We got people calling in at all hours. And my favorite one when I was working ATM fraud, adamant that he got paid, that he should have been paid, and he wants to know where his money is, and he wants to file a fraud dispute against Bank A. Okay. Sir, we haven't seen you get a deposit since X amount of months ago from your employer. I'm having to explain to this guy, and I finally convince him, can you call your employer for me? And ask them. So he does. And he does it through another phone, so I don't hear anything until this number. I hear screaming. And all I hear is this. What do you mean I'm fired? So what if I didn't go to work for 4 weeks straight? You can't fire me for that. Well, there you go. That's why you haven't paid in a month. You weren't going to work for 4 weeks straight. I mean, I've heard all kinds of stories, all types of complaints. Well, if you don't give me my money, we're going to sue you. If you don't give me my money, I'm going to my governor. Okay, here's a bright idea. Why don't you go to the people who provide you your money? and not the ones that service the account for you. All we're doing is servicing the account. That's all banks do. We service an account and we hold your money. We're not responsible for going to the people who provide your money and shaking them dry and giving you your money after that. That's not how it works, people. But, I mean, people aren't smart. I mean, we work in a call center. We know that. We deal with rocket scientists. Seriously. People are not smart. And it scares me to know this is what's out there. I mean, one of my most favorite things was I had this one lady call in, and I kept getting her throughout the day. She kept demanding where her money was. Demanding it. She said she was supposed to get already. She's supposed to get already. Finally, near the end of my shift, I finally asked her, "Ma'am, have you contacted the sponsor at all? The people who provide you your benefits?" Her response is, "Why on earth do I have to do that? Why would I need to talk to them ever?" Maybe because you want to get your benefits? I even said they're the ones that provide it. They're the ones that have that information. Why don't you contact them? And I get the classic line that we're all so familiar with. "Well, you are just useless." How am I useless? I'm telling you, I'm providing you the information that you need to figure out where your money is. Okay, so I'm useless, even though I'm offering to provide you their contact information, directing you what you need to do and find out where your money is. But I'm useless. Okay, whatever. My next favorite type of caller are the ones who love to call in on holidays. You're calling in on a holiday and you're upset and demanding to know why the bank is not open today. Well, it could be the fact that it's Thanksgiving. It could be the fact that it's the 4th of July. It could be the fact that it's Christmas. I mean, really? You're calling in on a U.S. federal holiday where the banks are closed because they're federally regulated. Think about that. I literally want to tell these people, just think for a moment. What is today? The 4th of July? Yes. What's the 4th of July? I almost guarantee some of these people will be like, "I don't know." Now, I get those type of calls a lot. I mean, we all do. We all work in a call center. I mean, those of us who work in 24-hour customer service, we know. I mean, we know. I mean, seriously, if it's a federal holiday, that means the banks are going to be closed. That's simple. I love the ones that like to call in the middle of the night. The middle of the night. Because I've gone in early where it was still probably about 3, 4 in the morning, and I used to work going till 11 at night. I mean, my schedule used to put me to where it was already 11 at night, and we still have people calling in. Now, I understand the difference of time zones, people in New York, people in California, East Coast, West Coast, North, South. I mean, seriously, it'll be maybe 3 in the morning, and I'll get a call from someone where maybe it'd be about 1 in the morning for them. 12, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Who has the bright idea, whatever time zone you're in, who has the bright idea to call the bank at 1 in the morning, 12 at night, 2 in the morning? You should be asleep. But no, you decide to call the bank because you can't log into your website. Well, maybe have you thought that you can't log into the website because you're freaking tired? I mean, jeez, people. I mean, you call the bank at all hours of the night because you can't access your website. You want to know where your deposit is. You want to know if the bank is going to be open. Let me give a little secret here. We're going to provide for you your available balance. We're going to help you as best as we can. But if you want to find out if individual locations are open, why don't you call them in the morning? I mean, if someone worked for a phone company, and I guarantee you guys are probably out there watching this, and you've probably had this. Thank you for calling your cell phone provider. How can I help you? Yeah, I want to know when the store is going to be open. Sir, you'll have to contact the store. Isn't that what I'm doing? No, you're calling this 24-hour help center. Well, don't you know? No, sir. I live in Illinois. Well, how does that help me when I'm in Tennessee? Because we're a 24-hour help center that helps the entire United States. You're going to need to call your local cell phone store in your area in the morning. Well, what time do they open? We don't know. I mean, seriously? I mean, come on now. I live in the great state of Texas, and I'll get people from all over the U.S. asking me, well, when does the bank open? Well, I don't know. I mean, most banks usually open probably about maybe 8, 9. I mean, my dad lives in a small little rural town, and their little rinky-dink bank that's probably been there since, I don't know, the Revolutionary War probably opens around 10 and closes around 12. I mean, I don't know. I mean, every place is different. I mean, it varies from how big the city is to how small it is and how big or how small the bank is. I mean, that probably goes for cell phone stores too. I mean, if it's New York, you might have a store, maybe, I don't live in New York, you might have a store open 24 hours. Or maybe it opens from 6 in the morning and closes at 12 at night. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I don't live in New York. But it's not that hard to call, oh, hey, you know what? It's 11. It's 1. It's 2. Let me go ahead and give the store a call and find out, hey, what time do you guys open tomorrow? What time do you guys close tonight? But that's simple and logical thinking, and unfortunately, I don't think we deal with simple and logical people when they call in. I mean, I've maybe had one or two, but it's very difficult to find out when those calls are going to happen. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. I mean, there are simple things you can do. But yet, we work in a call center. We don't deal with simple. We get rocket scientists. Oh, that's been another episode, guys. Remember, please like, share, and subscribe so I can bring you some more episodes. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day.